Yes, as we have all completed with these many number of modules. So I hope you people have understood everything in the proper sense. So now what I am trying to go with is like how the training calendar and training schedule will happen, and what all the impacts of our training will help in business, the revenue achievement. So that I'm going to go with. So now let me share my screen again. So yes, you can see here, this is what it's all about: training, calendar, and plan essentials. So what I have tried to make here is I have made it, try to I'm trying to make it as much as simpler as possible, so that we can understand how the training calendar, training essentials, plan essentials will happen, so that we can make it very easily, the roster calendars and all, and we can implement our training schedule in the proper sense. So the first thing is what I would first what I would like to talk about is, we usually divide it into monthly cadence or weekly cadence or annual cadence, whatever the cadence that we might be checking out. But majorly we go with the monthly cadence only, right? So the first one is new hire onboarding. Whenever the new hire onboarding will happen, so we will have the weekly batches. So usually in my last previous experiences, we had usually like 7 days or 4 days of classroom training and 7 to 8 days of OJT, on the job training, and then the refresher training happens whenever the time availability is there for our trainers. So usually this is how the new hiring, new hire onboarding of the training of the executives will happen. So after that, weekly refreshers will be there for the other people, other executives who are already on the floor. Third one, monthly manager enablement programs will also be there. So where as a manager, I will also upskill myself, and I will also try to help my trainers who are working under me. They will also excel in their particular skills and knowledge. So for that, we have different sorts of, we will introduce, we will bring new trainers or sales development and learning and development experts from the international platforms, in the online mode or offline mode, whatever is possible, and we will try to express our, increase our, the knowledge, the skill gap, where we are finding that as per the AI trends, the new trends, what is happening in 2025, based on that, how we can improvise. Based on that, we are also every single week, every single month, we are also upskilling ourselves. So annual planning method, you can just see within two methods I have told you. So curriculum refresh will happen every single annually. Once we will make the curriculum refreshing, and certification cycle also we will change sometimes. So some nowadays we are going the flow of a 15 days. Sometimes we will make it to 12 days. Whenever we want, we will reduce it. As the AI has got introduced, our training has become more faster. So because of that reason also, we have reduced it to 12 days, 10 days also sometimes. And sometimes our certification styles, or it might be, you know the styles includes all the designs and everything, it might be that also. But whatever the things what we are making, so once in a year we will try to develop, or we will leave some old habits, and we will try to upgrade with ourselves with the new updations. So that is what it's all about. So now let me talk you about budget planning. So how do we plan for the budget? Okay, so here when we talk about the budget, what we will do is, content development is the major source where we have to focus upon. Because once if the content is developed, then only we will go for the execution part. So when we want to develop the content, so we have to meet as many number of the departments in the company. We have to check out each and every single department, so that we can understand what exactly their needs are. Then only we can go further. So that's why content development is the major part where the investment might occur. Obviously, it occurs. Then second one is trainer FTEs, where we will try to identify the trainers' needs and how the trainers are going to upskill with the content that what we have developed as per the new business objectives, and then what we are going to implement in the classroom, how we are going to implement in the classroom, everything will be properly trained. So for that also we need trainers, training, train the trainer program also you can say. So that all will happen. In the third level, we can think about the LMS, learning management systems, whatever the learning management system that we are following right now. So we were following, we had a software, different software previously, like Talent LMS we were following, and different other LMS portals we were following in the previous, my experiences. But right now we have our own in-house training module, training, platform, training LMS software, in which it is completely customized based on our needs itself. So that is what we will do. And fourth one, we will plan about for the travel and external vendors. If any external vendors we want to bring, then we will plan for that. Or that, the traveling is essential. If we want to go to the on the spot training, then we will plan for the on the spot training also. So like this it happens. Then we will consider other contingency, like 10% contingency either other, I mean, like here and there some expenses might come, so that also we will consider. So this is what all the five important points that usually we consider whenever the training budget lines occurs. So when I'm talking about these many things, so let me give you some short examples, my practical experiences, what happened. So I have written here actually all those 10 examples. I'll just touch, I'll just tell you by mouth, like what were my experiences, so that you can correlate how these things will happen. So new hire onboarding. So usually every week 25 to 30, new hires, usually it happens. So a fixed onboarding slot will be usually reduced, so that ramp time, what is there, the ramp time, the first day of the on the hitting the floor of the sales executive, the sales floor, to the first sales he make, until that, the 10 days, by 10 days across 400 highs in 1 year. So this is what usually that I have focused upon, the new hire onboarding, how that it got reduced, the ramp time. So the ramp time is reduced because of following the trainings very thoroughly. Got it? And now, if I want to talk about the weekly freshers, so 10 minutes, refresher quizzes we can include, so that every Friday, what we do is we will go with the quality assurance compliance as per the quality QA team compliance, what all it is required. So that we will focus upon that again and again, so that 12% we can see the, I had seen 12 to 10 to 12%, 15% quality assurance got increased. So this is how the weekly refreshers will help usually. The Fridays, which I would do usually, usually. Then the monthly manager enable program, what we consider. So for that, 1 2 hour, like 2 hour manager workshop will be conducted for that, the monthly manager workshop. So which helped, the team coaching activity logs got increased from 60 to 85 percentage. So this is what the increase that I had seen. So that is why I feel like every manager should also go through the new updations, new ideas. That is what exactly it is required. Then if I talk about the curriculum refresh, updating the objection handling sessions, as and how the new objections will occur. So based on that, we used to note every objection and we used to come up with a new solution. That is the thing that which always we make out. And also the competitor analysis book also we will, the playbook also we will develop every single day. So usually we keep on writing, documenting, so that we can make it the new updation when it is required. So because of which you can see, as I told you also, like 7 percentage points were increased with this curriculum refresher training itself. So curriculum refreshing itself. Then certification cycle, if I want to talk, I told you like biannual certifications ensure consistency for us. How means like 90% of staff, they were certified more than or equal to 80% score. Why? Because it was compared to 65% before. After including the certification cycles, you can say like a Q2 or Q4, once in quarterly, twice, or once in a 4 months, we can do like this. So we can decide like when we have to do this certification cycle based on that. Then if I go for the content development, as I told you, with this content development, we were able to increase 20%. Sorry, we were able to increase rupees 1,50,000, investing rupees 1,50,000 in micro learning videos. What happened? No, that reduced the classroom time by 20%. So just we tried to invest 1,50,000 rupees on micro learning, which reduced the classroom time by 20%, my dear friends, my dear delegates. So that is what I would like to say. Then in the trainer FTEs, what we implemented. So there, what happened? 4 trainers were handled. So handled 100 highs per month. You can see there I have written that, keeping trainer to trainee ratio, trainer to trainee ratio 1 is to 25. That means 25 trainees will be there for one trainer, ensuring high touch quality. With the high touch coaching quality, we were able to increase rupees 9 lakhs with this trainer FTEs, my dear friends, my dear delegates. I'm sorry, I'm using friends, because that is how usually I consider everyone as a friends, and that it comes in the middle. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you so much. Thank you, Emily. Okay, thank you for your acceptance. That, however, that I'm trying to express it, that you are understanding and helping me out and cooperating with me. I'm so grateful for that. So let me continue. LMS technology, that what we have upgraded, I told you. So that shifted, that LMS tracking, that shift what we made. So because of that reason, it reduced the manual reporting by 80 hours. See, manual reporting, it takes manual tracking, it takes hell lot of time. So because of which the LMS is shift. Anyway, when we shifted LMS, so 80 hours per month was reduced for us. Only just the manual scripting and manual reporting was eradicated or reduced. And completion, completion visibility hit 95 percentage. Completion percentage, it hits 95%, because tracking becomes so easy, right? Either product knowledge, process, payment, whatever the knowledge that we are imbibing, everything is in the LMS model. So because of which we were able to hit that numbers. And then travel vendor, you can see, brought in a negotiation expert for rupees 50,000. Within 60 days, saw the deal value increase 9% in teams exposed. So this is what, again, the negotiation expert was there in our team, who came us and taught us for everyone. So because of which we invested rupees 50,000, that is different. But within 60 days, we also raised, teams exposed by 9% of increase. That is very important. And contingency, when an unexpected product pivot required for us, for the new training is required, then the 10% buffer will never let us respond in 72 hours without budget delay. So that is why contingency is always kept, because if contingency will not keep, so suddenly it will take time at that particular moment if something happens. So contingency also we have to keep. So this is what exactly how my experiences that I'm aligning with the each and every single part of this training module. So I hope you people might have different experiences in your L&D experience in the past, so that you can share that to me. If you are, if you want to share with me, that's well and good. And now, after this, if you have any doubts or any issues or any problems until here, whatever that we have studied, Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone for cooperating with me. So now let me go with the next 8 to 10th module. So this is completely a trainer management and development modules. Okay. So in this, what I'm going to talk and what I'm going to tell you people is very easy, and directly we will start it, and we will try to wrap up, as early as possible, because it is already we have done all these things. So in module 8, trainer management and development, we will see. In module 9, what I'm going to talk is about the performance metrics and self-assessment. Self-assessments we will talk. Then in module 10, we will talk about hypothetical scenarios and interview readiness. What is all required. So then closing side is there. Oh, I will talk you about that. So now in the module 8, trainer management and development. So what is the exact outcome of learning this? So we will learn how to hire properly, how to certify, and how to upskill the trainers in the consistently when they are delivering the proper trainings also. That is that is what here we are going to understand and learn. Next, if I want to say with my experience also, when I inherited 4 trainers, each ran sessions differently. That is obviously for sure. But quality felt like, quality what I felt like, it was 4 different companies I am running with each and every trainer. So standardizing, was my first priority. Again, first we have to standardize our training, then only we can take it to the next levels. So that is what I want to talk here. So recruitment strategy, if I want to say, so usually I recruit with the rubrics and trainer to trainee program. Based on that only I will recruit. So in, you can see what I will do in the recruit, with the rubrics. Usually I follow the rubrics like facilitation, the coaching, the content skill, how much this particular trainer has. Based on that I will hire the new trainers. So if I feel satisfied, then only I'm going to hire, otherwise I'm not going to go with that trainer. As simple as that. Then trainer to trainee program, that is 2 day certification plus 4 week co-facilitation plus assessments. This is what I follow usually. So I will go with the 2 day certification programs. uh, then after certification only 4 week co-facilitation will happen, then assessments will happen. So this is how usually I go with the T to T program. Then what are the KPIs that I follow for the trainers? So as I told you, I usually follow with the Kirkpatrick and ADDIE module always. So the performance metrics or the key performance index of the trainer will be the L1 average, the reaction average, Kirkpatrick's level ones, average. That average should be more or equal to 4.2 out of 5. That should be my standard point where I'm going to check him, where I'm going to, assess him. Second one is the pass rates. How many pass percentages that he can bring, the certifications can bring in particular training session after completion of the particular training session. That is very important for me. Third one, observing, facilitation scores. So different types of facilitation will happen. It might be call pitch, it might be demo pitch, it might be product process payment, or it might be any sort of the certification, refresher training, call audits, demo audits, anything. So there, I usually check whether the facilitation score is reaching to the proper levels or not. So that is very important for me. And then time to certify. So then I will certify whether this particular trainer is good fit to continue or not. That if he is not fit also, I will give them the refresher training, and suddenly nobody will leave. So like that, I will also not leave. Then experience, I would like to share one of my experiences. What I felt was like, what happened? Like I built a rubric scoring facilitation once. So it was, including facilitation, coaching, and content skills, everything. I built a rubric. So now, because of building this, it helped, filter the trainers very early. Why? Because trainers usually they feel like everything they know, but they actually don't know completely. They might be knowing something, some part of the things, but they don't know completely. So at that time, I usually interfere there so that it helps me to identify the trainers early. So only 3 out of 10 they passed this rubric, because of which those became the long term assets for our company. So this is how usually I assess. So if I want to say again, practical report as again star module, yeah, situation, action, result, experience. Here, okay, task is not there. Experience I'm sharing again. So trainers upskill, how I will do. Usually 4 trainers were there. L1 variance was 3.2 to 4.8, right? L1 4.2 more than or equal to 4.2, right? So that Kirkpatrick's first one reaction. Then action. So what action I did was like I took 6 week train the trainer program. Yes, peer observation was happening every single day. How the the trainer are studying and improvising himself. That was focused, and calibration was also done. Like blind scoring. We can say like this: how much this particular person, this particular trainer or trainee for whomsoever I'm doing this, how much score he is making. That will be always in my observation. So that is what I used to think about. Then results. What results were achieved? L1, you see here, 4.2 more or equal to 4.2 out of 5. That is what my result or target I have to achieve. Here, I achieved 4.4 average. Yes or no? And now tell me, is this an achievement for me or not? Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Role play pass variance that is less than 60 percentage. And, we also achieved the attrition also got reduced. So ultimately, the experience was, this calibration panels with blind scoring. What happened? It reduced the trainers' disputes, the on the floor disputes or different types of disputes will be having the conflict management, what we say. So that everyone, they started trusting the fairness. So attrition dropped immediately, as simple as that. So up to here, module 8 we completed about training the management, trainer management and development we completed. So now module 9, performance metrics and self assessment. So here the learning outcome of this particular module is like how to track the training KPIs, the knowledge, the key performance index of the trainers, and the self assess impact to ensure the business results. How we are going to ensure that business results are going to achieve with the self assessment. That is here very important. Then what we will do is, what we usually as a sales training manager, we have to measure and self evaluate. That is also important. We have to measure, evaluate and measure the sales trainers also, and also the sales executives also, customer executives, and whomsoever that we are training in the company, for everyone. So here I tell my team, usually what I tell is like, you cannot measure it only. You can't measure it only. So you have to prove it also. Now, once after proving it, you cannot prove it only. Every training must tie, every training must tie to the sales key performance index. So training must tie to the sales KPIs, then only your contribution is calculated and measured in the proper sense. If you are not properly contributing to that, then it is the waste, your efforts is in vain. As simple as that. Am I right? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Now, dashboard. See how the dashboard should look like. The dashboard of the training, the performance metrics, or must have KPIs. You can say the key performance index of the each trainer, or whatever, whomsoever you are doing, you can prepare it differently. But here I'm giving some of the key performance index. What I follow is L1 average. It is very compulsory for me. Knowledge lift percentage, how the knowledge is lifting, the knowledge is increasing in him. That is very important for me. Role play pass percentage. So in the role play, how he is performing properly, and how much he is getting involved in the conversation in the role play itself. That is very important for me. Then quality assurance, that is L3. that should be again more. Then conversion change, how the conversion changes are happening. So previously, previous 2 weeks, how much it was. Previously 1 week, how much it was. This week, how much it is. We can take around through 2-3 weeks, or 2-3 cycles, and you can check out how the conversions are changing. Then ramp time, what is the ramp differences between the ramp time also we can check out. Then attrition change, what is the changes, what are the changes are happening in the attrition rates, that also we'll check it out. And ROI, as simple as that, ROI also we will check it out. Return on investment, how much it was for this particular person, we have invested this much amount, how much he has brought to the company back. So that is very important for us for the calculation. So now experience, one of my experiences, if I would like to share. So in onboarding, I tracked the ramp time usually. Okay. So once what happened? No, this happened. So 8 weeks versus industry were 10. So this metric alone convinced operation leaders to expand my model. So see, within 8 weeks, 8 weeks versus industry, 10, we were able to develop our onboarding in the very smarter way. So because of which it was so easy for us to you know grow and glow in this world where the business is very much important for us, revenue is very much important for us, right? So practical report I would like to show here, the self assessment situation, see, Q1 onboarding happened, conversion uplifts. There was only for 4% of increase was happening. That is target 10% was there, but only 4% we were achieving. So this was the situation. So what was the action that I took was, like, I paused the scale. Usually I do this whenever I feel like somewhere we want to get the increase. Instead of bringing more number of the people on the floor, I will try to increase. I will stop and look back what exactly we are having. With that, what we can achieve, where they are lagging, and what we have to train. That gaps we have to fill. Then automatically the revenue will grow, the performance will grow. Getting my point? So that is what we did. So here three important points I included in the training. That is, I paused the scale first. I did not scale up my new hires or something like that. I retrained the trainers first. I took my own trainers, my team only, and I trained them first. Then I added the coaching cadence for them again. Then what was the result of this? You can see the result was, Q2 got upliftment with 11 percentage. 11 percentage. Can you imagine? Just by adding the new will not work. This is what I have figured out. What we have to work upon that. Suddenly we can get the increase. So that is what I found out here. Then target met. The target which I kept it was met, and new simulated operating procedures were created for the new hires and the new way of training. So because of this, the experience what I would like to share with this example, the experience what I had was like that dip what happened, that taught me not only to chase the volumes in the life. We should not chase the volumes only. So it is better to, sometimes we have to pause, we have to stay, we have to pause, then we have to scale, we have to, for scaling we have to fix the roots back again, and then we have to relaunch ourselves so that we can improvise very easily. So this was what, module 9, which I tried to help you out with, the basically my practical experiences, how the performance metrics and self assessment I try, and how I try to improvise with of my trainers. Then I'm coming to the end, the last chapter, the last module, that is hypothetical scenarios and interview readiness. So in this, learning outcome is as simple as that: what if questions with maths, logic, and structured modules we are going to learn here. So here what I will do is, like, I will prepare, I'm preparing some crisp answers for for performance questions, or what are the questions that you have. So experience, I want to share with this, interviews test operations maths more than training theory. So I always show formulas. So as what I'm writing here, So usually in the interviews, whenever you attend or wherever you want to shift from this particular job to another job, or whenever you want to express your conferences or any international conferences you want to you want to address, at that time majorly focus upon the reports, numbers, facts, figures itself. That is only important. Other apart from that, nothing is that much very much essential, because all the experienced people ask this only, nothing else, like me. Thank you so much. So I would like to say, some of the hypotheticals, like question plus model answers also have kept here. You can see. So conversion falls for 15%. You think like this. So triage was 50. That is triage 50 calls were happening. So 48 hour of job aid was there. Targeted, remedial, and escalate. If escalation is essential, you can escalate. Okay. So this is one of the scenarios where you can work out like this. So 100 ahirs per month with 4 trainers. Then blended model, we can use 2 for role plays, 1 for onboarding, and 1 for floater or coaching, you can say. So you can decide how these 4 trainers can be used. So 2 can be kept for role plays, 1 can be kept for onboarding, and 1 can be kept for floater type of session. So it depends completely on the objectives that what we are going to achieve. Then ROI formula, if I want to say conversion uplift into AOV into leads minus cost divided by cost. If you make it out, so return on investment will be easy for you to assess. So next I have the another slide. I will explain you that how this practically we can see. Then feedback versus coaching, SBI versus Grow. I have already told you what will happen in this. So hypotheticals, question plus model answers. If I want to say what we completed. So ultimately, what is my experience when I asked, when you asked me about the ROI, how to increase return on investments, I showed a simple formula with conservative assumptions itself. Conservative assumptions. So the panel, usually they love it, the clarity. They said most trainers never show the maths, but I want to show the maths properly so that I can have the proper focus upon myself. So this is why, again, if I should come with the maths, practical report, if I want to say, mock, question practice, if I want to say, the situation is like this, something like how many trainers needed? Action. See, gave 2 models, lecture versus high model, low model versus high model, high touch or low touch. So showed math for both. I showed both math for both of them. So what was the result? I proved the strategic plus operational thinking both in a single time. Getting my point? I gave both the models, lecture models as well as high touch models. For the high touch models, what is the how many trainers are required? 2 trainers are required for training, 2 for coaching. With that, how many days of training? How many, what is the number of days that trainers need? How we can improvise, how we can skill up them. So all these were covered in that. So because of which we were able to easily manage and easily become competent and achieve the results as early as possible. So ultimately, by showing both the models, uh, I signaled that I don't give one size answers at all. I don't give any time one size answers at all. So the whole session you have also observed. I will give you always the practical experiences which I experienced in my life. So I adapt, to business priorities. So this is how I usually excel myself, and I want my trainers team to excel, and I want my executives also to excel. So ultimately, before winding up the session, winding up this international conference, closing slides like top 6 sound bits I'm including. So learning outcome of this particular module is leave the panel with sharp memorable takeaways. So I want to leave this panel, the whole delegates, international delegates who are available here in the meeting. So I want you people to leave this with a sharp and memorable takeaways. So ultimately the learning outcome to achieve is with this, with my example, to close it strong, I design with ADDIE and prove with Kirkpatrick. As simple as that. Whenever I want to implement something, I design with ADDIE and prove with Kirkpatrick. As simple as that. One liner. I hope you can also follow the same. Just thank you, Rafael. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, John. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Rajesh. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is what my ultimate focus is. Like I designed with ADDIE and prove with Kirkpatrick. As simple as that. I just design with ADDIE and prove with Kirkpatrick. And it is 101% for sure. This the revenue target is always achieved with my training focused plan. And I guarantee impact every time. That is very important. The business wants the impact, nothing else, right? So until here, it was, the wonderful session. What I felt, I shared as much as the knowledge that possible, whatever that I have gained over these many number of years of experience. I have shared everything with you all. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Rangi. Rangi. Thank you. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the names. Yeah, because we are from the different nationals, so your names are different and my name is different. Everybody's names will be different. Yes, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for you all. But once again, I would like to tell you, as simple as that. Once again, that sales training or learning and development is never an expense for a business or for a company. It is completely an investment for every business. It is an investment and compulsory investment from which the every business can grow their revenues exponentially in their life, in their career. This is what I would like to tell again. Thank you so much for all your wonderful love, the blessings that you are sharing towards me across the world. I'm so grateful for you all. I'm so grateful for you all. I'm so thankful for you all. If I sit and start reading means it will take much more time. So I'll keep all these screenshots with me, and I will always remember this wonderful sales training session. The learning and development session happened with this international delegates, and I want all your guidance, blessings, and all your love always. And once again, before signing off, before ending up the session, once again I would like to tell you, it might be any of the training sessions, any of the learning and development sessions or sales training sessions, it happens. Trust me, everything is very much important for a company to make it happen, because every single training is not only an expense, it is an investment for the company to increase their ROI, return on investment, in the exponential growth, to see it in the exponential growth. That is very important. And here, lastly, I would like to conclude this whole session that ultimately, by following all these techniques, achieving the global revenues in the highest level is actually possible for every single company. And second thing is, for every single managers who are sitting in the sales team, or it might be learning and development team, or any of the teams in this across the globe, in every company, every business, every organization, we are capable of reaching across the globe, and we will be able to do anything and everything. This is my firm faith. And once again, I would like to give the same firm faith to every one of you. And we are capable of doing anything and everything. We are capable. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And we'll meet again in the next coming days whenever the time permits, and we can have the new discussion sessions. Thank you so much.